who would want to come up with false allegations bara okumuba no kurukwemba bari Umukuuka woye bari Umukuuka ho muhalemba. That is unacceptable. Arenga wamanyirira Umukuuka. Nga wamanyirira Umukuuka. You are headed for trouble. His father is Baltumira, Mudoma, that's his father, born in the 1920s. Then his grandfather was born in the 1890s. And his other grandfather was born in about 1860. Called, the names I listed them the other time. So that information clearly validates the status that Umukuuka is born here. His placenta fell here. The placenta of his father fell here. The placenta of his grandfather fell here. The placenta of his great-grandfather in 1860 fell here. He meets all the criteria of the Umukuuka of this cultural institution. We have had boys on forums who have no media ethics, because they are not media anyway, who would want to come up with false allegations. Bara okumuba no kurukwemba bari Umukuuka woye bari Umukuuka ho muhalemba. That is unacceptable. We expect you to respect the cultural institution. Arenga wamanyirira Umukuuka. Nga wamanyirira Umukuuka. You are headed for trouble. You are headed for trouble because you are bringing curses to yourself. I want to tell you, I've driven cars for 16 years personally. Nenjire mu asati nvugena ni moto. You get that? You find the boys who can. I'm using that deliberately because let's do good manners. What do I mean? I've never sat down. My father educated me 1 degree. I've finished the 4th degree personally. Using now my exposure and money. What am I meaning? Indeed, what your man are 30 years, are 35 years. Are you getting the point? Ali hawandi habusari. Aisha rumores in Chankwas. How are you going to pay fees in Kokojero? Let's ensure that we behave well. Now, when we behave well, I'm using it deliberately. When you behave well, somebody will tap you. You get that? Alamar, there's an assignment here. Can you do it? What is the offer? Alamar, no, I'm paying about 3 million shillings. For how long? Or 3 weeks. Let me take it up. You get that? So, Tisambo, Nyotsina Wakumuna, Kumulimo. It is the manners that will give you a job. Without manners, you cannot get a job. That's why we say, Simbapura, they give you a job. But manners make you to say what? In the job. The manners. Even when they want to touch you, but he hasn't been a good person. Even when he has erred, he has been a good person. But how do we now help what? Him. But I want to tell you, are so rude, are so arrogant. But this is a man you don't even recognize on the streets of Mbale. You cannot even wave to him when you are passing because you don't know him. You get the point? So I appeal specifically, let's not make fun of our qualifications. Let's not make fun of our lives. If you're a younger person, enzo mukukolo mori nebone muba China, industrial park, bakana varan. Now, I don't want to do tribalism, but let me put it on media here. Go in the industrial park. The PR is from Western Uganda. Are you getting a point? The PR, public relations officer of the industrial Chinese park, is from Western Uganda. Now, if you have your qualifications in the media, you know how to your highness. Who China Basalibo? Who are assistant media officer of the industrial park? For purposes of routes, or are you a mania Ruzum, or when you are becoming who can Hamurunan, Murichus. But you only achieve that through friendship, not intimidation. I want to assure media, nobody will hold the cultural institution at ransom. You can only be a friend of the cultural institution through proper engagement. No hamba has in Dalo, Unarisa, Barunarisa, Umukuuka, and the Forum. I'm not a very, some of you, perhaps Ozira and others, you are very well educated on media, online analysis and architecture. Now, online, How many people are online? Of the 3 million, 4 million Bamasab, how many are online? Very few. So you abuse somebody on online, so in the Osebu nobody has heard about it. Or in the Umukugora, nobody has heard about it. But for you are killing your own career and contacts. Because the forum is about Huru, Umukuuka, they not you, but who not Tinga, or Utahukarashind, but no, that one is a nuisance. So, let's not be confrontation. You are very much aware, like personal. In Ghana, you can have zero monga, so Musahurungana.